Hari Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today we will contemplate on verse 14 from chapter 9, Raja Vidyā, Raja Guhya Yoga. I will start with the chanting. Satatam kīrtayanto mam yatantaśh dṛiḍha-vratāḥ namasyantaśh mam bhaktyā nitya-yuktā upāsate. Always singing my divine glories, striving with great determination, and humbly bowing down before me, they constantly worship me in loving devotion. Satatam, always, kīrtayanta, singing divine glories, mam, me, yatan, yatanta, striving, cha, and dṛiḍha-vratāḥ, with great determination, namasyantaḥ, humbly blowing down, cha, and mam, me, bhaktyā, loving devotion, nitya-yuktā, constantly united, upāsate, worship. Yeah. So, Krishna ji, you can also chant once and then you can share your
Yeah.
understanding. Yeah.
Satatam kīrtayanto mam yatantaśh
Yatan,
yatan
yatantaśh.
yatantaśh yatantaśh dṛiḍha-vratāḥ namasyan namasyantaśh mam bhaktyā
Yantascha, namasyantascha.
namasyantaśh mam bhaktyā nitya-yuktā upāsate.
Can you repeat again?
Yeah. Satatam kīrtayanto mam
Kīrtayanto mam, kirtana.
satatam kīrtayanto mam yatantaśh dṛiḍha-vratāḥ
Yatantascha.
tan tan
It is just to, if you want
yeah, I
to,
got
yeah,
yatantaśh
yatantash. Yeah.
satatam kīrtayanto mam yatantaśh dṛiḍha-vratāḥ namasyantaśh mam bhaktyā nitya-yuktā upāsate.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, I I think here again, like I feel like it's a bhakti. Krishna is highlighting about bhakti,
Correct.
um,
Yeah.
almost singing my divine. I think bhakti also it means. I had this kind of interpretation by the word. If as soon as that's my assumption, not assumption. Usually, I feel that is thing. When I say bhakti, it's always going in front of idol and praying and things. Though it is true, but I'm seeing in other lens also in another lens,
Mm.
like being always in uh, so bhakti is leading uh, to the consciousness. Like we will be getting diverted with many things in the situation and consciously or unconsciously also like we I react or one react, but
Mm.
bhakti is something like uh, coming back to the point. Okay, let's come back to the our original path, right? That's how I'm seeing bhakti as we'll be doing many things and getting back to our path to the right way, leading to the destination. That's through chanting as the same way, even jnana is there. It's any situation if I handle. So I might uh, uh, react or respond, but I will be not merged or like immersed into that the wrong path or in the not suited path. I would say I will not say it's a wrong path that is there to teach me. So the way through my jnana, I am getting back the things. Okay, okay, pause for it. What is that it teaching? Who I am, right? So getting back, that is also a kind of bhakti I feel. So what I am trying to say is,
Mm.
bhakti is not only about chanting. Uh, yes, obviously chanting is leading towards peace and like heading towards realization of the consciousness. and also through jnana also, not through any chanting. One through this knowledge, getting back, coming back to the original form towards the right path. That is also a kind of, I feel it's always uh, singing my divine glories. Sri Krishna is highlighting whoever is always remembering me. I think singing is also same. Remembering or singing, it's a just a different uh, path, but it is we are getting back to the right way to the consciousness, right? That's what I'm saying. Like singing, uh, always singing my glories, serving with great determination. I think these all are connected uh,
mm,
with determination, like consistency, like truly being there. And sometimes what happens is, uh, sometimes things happen, or maybe good things happen, uh, or bad things also, right? Uh, for few minutes or few minutes or even a few hours,
mm,
forget and I'll be worried.
mm,
Then it's coming. Okay, why I'm like very happy, even in the happy situation, why I'm being happy. Okay, this is not going to last. This is not going to same for worrying also. But most of the time, I felt in worry. The success, I feel easily able to like come. Hey, okay, it's not only because of me. It's entire teamwork. Hey, usually, like once we become like a team lead of thing in the professional way, we don't. We I mean, most of the people I saw, like, they don't take like I'm only doing. Maybe I'm with
mm,
that kind of environment. Few are I've
mm,
seen, I only done, but still it is like we have done. We have done. So that is like came into a thing, but I don't feel like I'm very attached to the success. But the negative, I don't want to call it as negativity. The kind of situation my body feels like nervous and angry, right? So there I feel like somewhat being in there, worrying about it, uh, without even thinking, coming back to the point of consciousness. Hey, see, you are not this. This is here to teach me something and learn from that. So then again, so we need a determination. Like that's what Sri Krishna is highlighting it. The strong determination, and like even if it is any kind of situation, and to have always being in that consciousness with a strong consistency, I would say, always being in that. And also like bowing down, conscious worship. I think these all covers the same thing. I would want to interpret the same way. Uh, Irrespective of situation, one has to be in the same consciousness. Always be aware that I am an instrument and this is happening and this is there. These situations are there. Entire thing is happening in my mind. I am not the controller. So let me keep this instead of worrying that, which is of no use, which is creating another worrying and again likes and dislike. Again, I'm going that path. Coming back and being in that consciousness, irrespective of the situation, how I feel. So that's what Sri Krishna is highlighting. So always always being in a devotion and always with great determination, with the consistency and with the dropping of that me. That's what I feel Krishna is, I think,
and
highlighting
can you
there.
see, can
Humble,
you relate to
humbly hold on.
can you relate to that picture, the balance
Yeah.
from what you said now, right?
Yeah, it's
Like,
like both things are there. So you
ah,
concentrate on the sun, air, sun, right? It's a consciousness. So it is part of life. So, but personally, as I told Sanji, like I, yeah, not like before, but there's a progress happening. This worrying things, it's like bodily things. It's not like 100%. I would, I mean, I openly would say like it's not like something is not happening the way I wanted, or like I don't express, but still the inner thing will be there, right? So still worrying, hey, what is it, what is it? But after few hours or few minutes, depending on the situation, I don't know what kind of situation, why it is changing. Basically, what I'm trying to say is like how long it takes to recovery kind of thing. Come
mm,
back, see, realize, see, why are you going? Again, you're getting attached. Even the negative things are there. I don't want to use negative. This particular situation is there to teach us to learn from it and always focus on it. And always I focused on karma yoga. Then why am I going to worry about the result?
mm,
You have done
mm,
it. I have done my best. Uh,
mm,
but sometimes the karma yoga also. there is inner me. I don't know how to
mm,
label it.
mm,
Hey, I could have done better. I could have done just because you've not done. Maybe it could have not done. So that kind of what to say, like words or thinking comes in again. So there
mm,
I get stuck and again like, okay, this is also a play. Like, okay, this is the result of that. Let me focus on what is now.
mm, mm,
So
mm,
yeah, this overall sloka is talking about
mm,
whatever the situation is there, we have to be strong enough and leave that ego completely, bow down here, and constantly we have to be in the consciousness path and prasada buddhi also told, right? So offering. So once you're already offering, why you even worried about like you are doing with good intention and you are
mm.
giving your best, and yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
interpreted sloka.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So yeah. Let me share mine. So the way I see it,
Yeah.
right? Uh, Jnana Yoga, through Jnana Yoga, you are getting that knowledge. Okay. And for one who has got that jnana in it, it will, I see that it will naturally lead to bhakti, where like the ego melts, right? And like, so jnana is in the head, okay, and it will, yeah, yeah, truly a realized one, it will move to the next is heart, where like right, the head and heart, we say, right, they go together, right? Without that heart melting, it's more of still the dry, you like, I know the knowledge part, but where I center it is on the bhakti side, where like it moves to the heart, right? And once I have realized that oneness thing, one or like no, once I have known that there is one, right? Where like bhakti naturally, like very easily makes that, gets that oneness, right? Like we like so he's talking about the kirtans, right? The bhajans and all, where it is very easy to feel. I have like it one the power of these kirtans bhajan is it very easily clears the head, right, from all the other thoughts, because like if you're doing a group bhajan, your eyes are seeing others say idle and like others singing, your ears are hearing only that, right? And very easily, like you become one, you first become one with the song, and then like one with uh, the Lord about whom you are singing, right? Where like, but if you take the meditation side, where like you are putting conscious efforts to clear all the thoughts to focus, right? That way, that's why I feel like naturally, like these bhajans are very powerful and like very popular, and I feel that's why he's also saying here, right, always singing my divine glories, right? That, and this also happens, right? Like once someone is convinced of something, right, they will usually, we see that like they will talk about it a lot, right? If someone is convinced about, let's say a product, they will talk about the product a lot, right? And here you are convinced about this one divine, right? Then what happens, and the power of the divine, and how it gives that, how it takes one to the realization of the self, and uh, right, and the supreme nature, then which other thought can stand close to it, if for one who is like completely realized, or like completely convinced that this knowledge is making sense, right? It, that thought becomes very powerful, and next to the thought, no other thought can come close to distract. I think that's why these yogis, these saints, they like completely become, I feel like they have become devoted to Lord, singing bhajans all the time, because there's like there is no other thought that is coming close to distract them at all,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
For a yogi or for a still a sadhak, there are still so many thoughts. The God thought is also one of the other thoughts, and even the jnana thought can be one of the other thoughts. But like, is this thought becoming bigger and bigger, wherein like it is just making all the other small thoughts, like all the other thoughts, so small that it can be rejected, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel that's how I see that, like he's using the word striving with great determination. They are like determined that this is the only thing. And like, what else? Like, can a small candy give me that kind of happiness? Can a ice cream give me that happiness? Right?
Yeah.
And right. So that's how I see that. The one who the one who has like realized and like moved from head to heart, singing, they just move, they sing glories, and with that determination from the jnana, right? And like and that one thought basically makes you, finally takes you close to that oneness with the Lord,
Yeah.
right?
Also, I'm remembering. I mean, not
Mm.
remembering. I think like the every all the senses also, if it is always listening, right? So
Uh,
the I mean, we have one sloka, and the picture also says, uh, if there is dirty and what we input pure water like a incoming thing, and whatever is there, it will gradually like cleaned up. Even if it is
yes.
stained or dirty, it will clean up. So the the people in ashram, it's one of the example I would say, like they're they're towards centric of this God. Whatever though it will be like towards that centric. Uh, so the domination would be the conscious centric. Whereas here, I mean, making part of making of, I mean, 30 minutes of meditation, and and at that time it is very good, too good, peaceful. And after going to work, and if we are not following it, because there are a lot of inputs being there. As soon as I step outside or even finish my
That's where, right?
meditation,
That's where
yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
the Vijayji's picture has put, right, that
yes,
balancing. A lot of things will happen, but like,
yeah.
is that primary thought there always, that I'm that like I am that Atman, like who's Satchit Ananda Swarupi, right? My nature is that, and whatever I do, okay, it is it like the action cannot limit me, right? Whatever thought comes, that thought cannot limit me. But I'm like my I am always rooted in that bigger thought, which is like I know who I am, right? And with that, I feel like when one starts doing, it becomes like there is no disturbance at all then.
Yeah. So I'll be the true observer. Yeah.
It is, yeah, maybe you'll see that just things, like whatever is happening, it just happens. Yeah, it is happening. And like you are not claiming that I did it, or like you are not going to think that like why did I do like this, or like I could have done it better. All those thoughts, right? Those are all
Yeah.
right. Basically the focus goes into that, the action, the evaluating the action, then like how should I do it next time, better, what should I avoid, right? So that is, we are getting into the uh, evaluation mode there, right?
Correct. Mm.
Uh, right. Yeah, while this morning we were in the um, morning session, we were discussing on how the concept of I am not the doer, Okay, I'm the witness.
mm,
That was the
mm.
point we were discussing in the morning,
Oh,
right?
nice.
Yeah, so the actions are happening. That it's happening. I like which part of that action should I claim? And like
Ah,
Vijay, you are saying,
exactly.
like for something to for this action, particular action here, where like I am talking, you are talking, we are listening. There are so many things going on. There is internet connection working. There is electricity working. There are like within the body, there are so many cells doing the action, giving the energy, and then like the mouth is talking, the eyes are seeing. Which part of the action, like which is like, can I own it to say that like it is happening very well, or like it is not happening that well, maybe I can improve it. Which one?
Ah, that's what I just told. It's like again, like it's dragging me towards like, okay, I could have done. I there is again I with a different. I mean, wrong
Ah,
identification.
that
Wrong
I ego,
identification.
that this is the ego coming
Uh,
and say like,
uh,
yeah, I could have done,
right.
right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I could have done better. How did we lose? Or like that. Like, okay, then after some, again, I told, right? Maybe hours or uh, mostly hours. Then, okay, wait. Who I
uh,
am there? Why it's happening? Is it
yeah.
like you told, right? Like, is it only me? I'm very just a tiny speck in this
Mm,
entire world. In the
mm.
tiny speck, I am thinking many things. I mean,
No,
which is wrong,
but I
wrong.
hope when you say that I am the tiny speck, who is that I? We want to be
Ah,
clear. Okay.
yes, yes. Again, yes. Referring to the body and mind.
The when
And
you're, yeah, when you're talking about the ego, yeah, but yeah, the, the real jnana takes it to saying like there is no world outside of you. Okay.
mm, true.
Uh, uh, okay, that is a lot more deeper discussion. But I think
Mm,
coming to this particular sloka, the way I see it is like, um, how big is the divine thought? uh,
mm,
right? Like the example they give, right? There is a jar, and like you have a lot of stones of different sizes. Okay. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a very popular one which has been shared, that one professor gives this in a video. Okay, so he
mm,
asked the students to put as many stones as possible, right?
mm,
And like there are different stones of different sizes. Now, if you to start with, if you put all small stones, the bigger stone you cannot put it at the end. While if you
mm,
put the big stones first, you can put as
mm,
many small stones as possible later. And
mm,
the big stone here, it matters to us about like what is that big stone, big rock? What is that big rock that we are putting? Is that this the divine thought of who I am, and like like what am I doing? What is this? Why am I doing, right? The bigger thought of who I am, right? It cannot be one of the if all the other small rocks are put, which is like I have to do this, I have to do that, and then
mm,
if I say like, what, after doing all that, if I get time, I will come to the satsang and like
mm,
contemplate on what Krishna has said, then this rock will never be able to go in,
mm.
right?
Yeah, actually, I had the same thought for more than maybe one. Like I mean, again, advice like the shift is happening, right? Like focusing on more on like this result, and like then
Mm,
I shift. Okay, who is really worried about this result? I'm not this. Okay, let me think what like that. So during that shift, right, this thought would be there. Like
mm,
why I'm worried about this thing when I
mm,
know I mean, entire knowledge is there.
mm,
Why I'm worried about the smaller knowledge, and
mm, mm,
which is not real. It's happening in my mind only again.
mm. Yeah,
Again, because of my vasana, I'm reacting to that.
exactly.
Again, like some, I don't compare actually, but if I had different vasanas, I would react differently for the same situation
Mm,
based on my previous experience. Also, I am getting different experience uh, different experience based on the years and after this jnana also.
Mm.
So yeah, it reminds me like I don't know whether it's coincidence or not. Like you so told me the same thing. So yeah, the bigger one, focus on the bigger one, like consciousness,
The big
and
rocks.
yeah, because
That's the management.
yeah,
It's used for management in management principles also. Like focus on the high priority task first, and not about the volume of work.
yeah,
Okay, you can do a lot of small things, but then like if you miss the big one, then then you cannot accommodate it, right? So always focus on the big rock, and here for us the focus is on uh, uh, what we are learning of the divine, and how much we are able to associate us with the divine and like be with the divine all the time, right? And everything else will happen, right?
yeah.
Krishna even uh, uh, declares in one of the verse that for for my for my disciple bhakta, I will take care of what he has, and like I will ensure he gets what he does not have.
Mm.
Okay, so yoga kshemam mahamyam, it is uh, not yoga what was the, yeah, this one, yeah,
Shloka, I don't remember the meaning what you told.
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
try
yeah,
to
yeah,
repeat it.
yeah, yeah. So the point is to be with the teaching of Krishna, and like having it all the time, and that itself will take us across the ocean of this
Mm.
samsara. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Any other points you're getting here?
No, sir.
Okay,
This simple I got it.
okay. Let me then we will stop here. Hari
Hari
Om.
Om. Yeah.
Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.